Hello and welcome to my channel. So today let's look at the Leetcode question Q3 of the weekly contest 276, which happened yesterday. So I didn't do I this time I did three questions. So but the Q2 spent a lot of time on Q2, and Q3 is the last time, and I am not able to figure out the Q4. So a little better than last time. So let's firstly look at the question Q3. So Q3 is solving questions with the brain power. You are given a zero-indexed 2D integer array questions, where questions I is points and brain powers. So the array describes the question of an exam where you have to process the questions in order, starting from question 0 and make a decision whether to solve or skip each question. Solving question I will earn you points I points, but you will be unable to solve each of the next Brainpower I question. If you skip question I, you get to make the decision on the next question. For example, given questions 3243, 4425, if question 0 is solved, you will earn 3 points, but you will be unable to solve questions 1 and 2. If instead question 0 is skipped, and question 1 is solved, you will earn 4 points, but you will be unable to solve question 2 and 3. Return the maximum points you can earn for the exam. So let's go over the first example. So the first example is this array. So we can either select the Q1, then we need to skip 2 questions, right? So we skip this 1 and 2, then we go to the Q3, Q4 actually, if it's a one based index. So the result will be 5. I mean this approach. But if you select question 1, you skip question 0. Or you skip question 0 and select question 1, but you need to skip 3 questions. So the only question you got is question 1. So this will be like 4 points. So the answer will be this one, right? Because this is larger. Yeah. So this question actually is a classical dynamic programming question. So we can firstly try to derive the state. So in each step we have either select or not select, right? We can have a DP array DPI, which means the maximum points we get up to for index I minus 1. So it means and I is between range of 0 to n. N is the length of the array. So this is a DP array. So then we just need to get the result, which is a DP. The result will be DPN, because the maximum points we can get for I is between 0 and n minus 1. So result is DPN. And so initialization, we can initialize all the DPI to be 0. So yeah, so then we also need to derive. So for each I, if we skip, we don't select that, then dpi plus 1 is equal to dpi, right? Or we can call it dpi plus 1 max dpi plus 1 dpi. Else, if we select, then dpi plus skip. Here we need to get the skip value. Skip value is question I1. So we I plus question, or we can call it skip, plus 1. It will be that value will be dpi plus questions I0. So then we can also do a math.max. So we like doing update on the. Yeah, so this is the two possibilities. And then this approach time complexity is O(n), and the space is time space is both O(n). We just need to do one pass. So let's start working on the questions. So we will need to define the dp. We will define this as n plus 1. So the max is n. And then because it's already initialized with 0, so we skip that step. Now we can do the. So yeah, so so the first line is if we skip dpi, we don't use the questions I, so we will have dpi plus 1 is equal to dpi. I mean, like I plus 1 will be updated this way. And then if then the second possibility is we need to get the skip. Skip is the questions I1. Then we can just dpi plus my skip minus plus 1 is max dpi plus skip plus 1 dpi plus question I0. Yeah. So after the entire is done, then we just return the dpn. So let's check if it's correct. Or index out of bound. Oh, yeah, there is another possibility that if I plus skip plus 1 is already over the n, so we can use a j to. So it cannot, if it's over n, then this become invalid because the maximum index we have is n. So we added one step to dpj. We replace it with dpj. Yeah, so that's correct. Then second, okay, both correct. Oh yeah, this is another common error because it's a long. We have to define this as a long array instead, because also you see return is long. So we earlier we use integer, so it called overflow. And let's copy this to save us one wrong A. Yep. Okay. So this time should be work. Yep. Okay, great. So this is the Q3. I will also explain Q2 in very shortly. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. See you next time.